World Cup qualifying Guinea-Bissau vs Ethiopia prediction, team news, lineups preview. Gamweek 3 in the CAF World Cup Qualifiers will see Guinea-Bissau take on Ethiopia at Estadio Nacional 24 Setembro on Thursday evening. The hosts currently occupy third place in their group with 4 points after their first 2 games, while the visitors are fifth with 1 point over the same period. Match preview. Guinea-Bissau returned to World Cup qualifying after a dismal Africa Cup of Nations campaign, where they finished bottom of their group and were one of only 2 teams in the tournament that lost all 3 group stage matches. However, the African Wild Dogs have made a promising start to these qualifiers and are still unbeaten following a 1-1 draw away to Burkina Faso in their opening match and a 1-0 win against Djibouti in match 2. Owing to their poor showing in the Ivory Coast earlier this year, the Guinea-Bissau FA opted to part ways with Bassirou Kand and appointed now former Fulham first-team coach Luis Boa-Morte as his successor. Boa-Morte had a successful playing career with Arsenal, where he won the Premier League title in 1998, while he also served as a coach at Portuguese fourth-tier side Sintrance between 2017 and 2018. Guinea-Bissau won their last home game 2-1 against Sierra Leone during AFCON qualifying, which ended a 3-match winless run, and will need a big performance here to build up momentum before facing Egypt on Monday night. Meanwhile, Ethiopia will be taking to the field in a competitive match for the first time since their first 2 games in this competition back in November, having failed to earn qualification for the Africa Cup of Nations. The Warriors got their World Cup qualification campaign started with a goalless draw at home to Sierra Leone, but were no match for Burkina Faso, who beat them fairly convincingly 3-0 the following week. Since then, they played 2 international friendlies in March this year, both against Lesotho, and lost the first 2-1 before reversing the scoreline, earning Gebremedin Haile his first win since his appointment as head coach last November. Ethiopia are currently on a 4-match losing streak in away games and failed to score in 3 of those games, while conceding 7. Their last victory on the road was in September 2022, when they managed a 1-0 win over Rwanda in the African Nations Championship qualifiers. Team news. Boa-Morte will have to make do without the services of Houboulong Mendes, who will have to serve a 1-match ban after being sent off in the closing stages of their 1-0 win against Djibouti. Faye Kand is the most likely to step into the 4-man defense in Mendes's absence, alongside Dinamo Bucharest centre-back Edgar Aye, Opa Sanganti, and Estrella Amdora full-back Nanu. Following their pair of friendlies in March, veteran midfielder Shimels Bekele announced his retirement from the Ethiopian national team after 15 years representing his country. Keenan Markney scored the winner against Lesotho last time out and should keep his place in attack for the Warriors, while Tafes Solomon will be pushing for a starting role after having to come off the bench in the last 2 outings. Guinea-Bissau possible starting lineup: J. Mendes, Kand, Aye, Sengate, Nanu, Bickel, N. Gomez, Quizera, Dalcio, CM Gomez, Gano. Ethiopia possible starting lineup: Getahun, Jerba, Solomon, Belay, Gugsa, Gabriel Michael, Tekul, Panam, Youssef, Dagnachu, Markney. We say, Guinea-Bissau 1-0 Ethiopia. While both these sides are not in the best form at present, Guinea-Bissau have played significantly more competitive matches in recent times and have shown signs of improvement under the guidance of their new head coach. This could be a bit of a slow burner, but we feel the hosts will edge it by a single goal. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.